in 7th, 8th grade and seeing girls and puberty starts and I'm looking around and I'm start looking at Playboys and I start looking at, sports and start looking at all these things. I'm comparing myself to all these people and I'm not them. So I have this really insecure feeling in myself where, I feel just really below everybody. I don't feel good looking. I don't feel, I'm not as good at sports as everyone. I hung out with all the kids, but I wasn't one. I was always an outsider. I was an insider, but always an outsider. I never felt close to no one, never had a best friend. It was the girl I liked, always liked someone else. And that stuff was very painful to me, where, in 7th grade, I still wet the bed. I used to go home from school and I would put a shotgun in my mouth. I had a shotgun and I would do this ritual where I would put it in my mouth, but it would not be loaded. It was just something to feel like I could take the pain away. There was just so much pain, I didn't want to die, but I was in so much pain. I didn't know how to escape it. I would hang out with the older kids. And I remember one time on a rope swing, I went on the rope swing and right after I went, I turned around and a kid went right after me and he hit me in the chest with his feet and he knocked the wind out of me, knocked me on the embankment. And he was an older kid. And I remember laying there and embarrassed, humiliated, hurt, and afraid, because if I was a tough kid, I would have got up and but I was scared. And it was things like that just really broke my spirit, where I was just a very scared kid. I was very, insecure. I felt worse than everybody. Like I just wanted to always be someone else. Never wanted to be me, and then that carries into high school where, I go out on the football team and like I said, I'm friends with everybody, but I don't feel close, and then I get invited to a party, going into my freshman year of high school. I'm 13. And when I go to that party, I go down in the basement. I remember all of it, where I was, who was there. And that's when I drank, and that was the first time I drank. And when the alcohol hit me, it was a feeling that I had never felt. I felt alive. Something finally gave me the courage that I never had before, and that little boy was put to pasture. And I realized that with now alcohol and it was drugs and a fight and someone said, "Oh my, who's this kid? He's crazy." This personality it was like when the alcohol hit me, it was just like an instant feeling of this is what was been missing, Yep. And I'm literally a 13-year-old kid. So now once I get that feeling and I know I could be someone else, I never want to be who's really me.